So the next thing we're going to go over is hour logs. So by choosing hour logs from the student menu, you will be brought to this page where you can input all of the hours that you're serving at your site. You can choose from the drop-down menu what time you started serving, what time you ended serving. Make sure you have the right date chosen, and then for the most part you're going to be using the CLA drop-down menu to choose the CLA that corresponds to the position you're serving in for the semester, and then you're going to click Add Hour Log Entry. And then you'll see below that the date on the calendar changes color, and the complete hours log shows you a list of all the logs that you have submitted. If you ever need to edit or delete an hour log, you can click on the date that you're looking to edit, and it'll bring you to the page where you can change your start time, end time, the date if you happen to put the wrong date in, and then you will just click Save Changes, or if you need to completely delete it, you can choose Delete Entry. So a few things to know about logging your entries, logging your hours. You will use the other position if you are logging something like Summer Europe or our winter retreat event, or maybe a service day that ACE is hosting. But for the most part, you're really going to be using the CLA drop-down menu, and also the training and enrichment event menu. This is where all of our weekly Wednesday meetings will be listed. So you'll use this menu to find the date that you're looking to log, and then choose it, and just as you would for your service at your site or at the Morehouse, you're going to choose your start and end time, verify the date, and click Add Hour Log Entry. So a few things about logging hours, some reminders and tips. You should be going into the system at least once a week to log your hours. Best practice really is to be going in at the end of each day that you serve, though, to log the hours that you have served. You can't log the hours ahead of time, so that means you can't go in Monday and log for the rest of the week. You also cannot log more than 14 hours in a day. Hopefully you shouldn't be serving that, but if you're going on a service trip or something like that, you cannot log more than 14 hours in each day that you're on the trip. You should also be logging the breaks that you're taking, whether that's for a meal or to travel from one part of a site to another site. You need to make sure that you're logging those breaks in the system. You can do that by just shortening the amount of time that you're logging. So if you took an hour lunch break and you served from 10 to 3, you could just log from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., or you could log from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. and then again from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Another thing about transportation, travel time is not eligible to be logged in BWBRs, so you cannot log any time that you're driving from one place to another or driving to your site. So for anyone that takes the service shuttle, this is especially pertinent to you, that you cannot log the time that you're on the service shuttle traveling from campus to your site or back. So once a month you're going to sign your hours, and to do that you will go to the Report tab. Here you can see the list of the hours that you logged, the positions they were under, the hours that you served in that position, and then if they are classified as training hours or service hours. You'll see there's a red no for all of the approvals over on the right. So the red no under student means that the student has not signed the hours, so that would be you, the student. A red no under site means that your supervisor has not yet signed the hours, and then a red no under school will mean that your school has not signed the hours, and so that is the quality assurance position at ACE will be approving those hours. So once a month, you're going to scroll down and complete your electronic signature, typing your name as it appears in bold within that box, verifying that those are the hours that you served. So you're going to type your name as it appears in bold and click save. You only need to do this once a month. You do not need to do this each time that you log, and we will send out a reminder to help you remember. But once this is complete, the red no under student should turn to a green yes. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer for this to process in the system, but you will see it change. So the same thing would happen when your site and then when the school signs, the red no's will turn to a green yes, which means that they have been approved. If you ever need to edit an hour log that has been signed already by you, you can go up to the available actions drop-down menu and click unsign all hours. And then all of the hours that you signed will be unsigned so that you can go back to the log entry tab and change those hours. You will need to resign them, but it's a pretty easy way that you can go back and edit if you find that you made a mistake and need to change that. Another really helpful thing is the analysis tab, which can tell you a breakdown of how many hours you've served. Once it loads, you'll see, for example, under your program, there should be, CPI Fellow or Bonner Term 1, and it will break down your hours, your total hours completed, total number of hours that were serviced, training, and then how many have been approved by the student, the site, the school. So this is a great way to see how you're doing for the semester or for your total time in ACE. Each of the programs have different requirements for how many hours their program members are expected to serve, but this is a great way to help you see if you're on track. We also have a BWBRs guide on our webpage, community.siena.edu/ACE. And so when you come to the ACE webpage, you can see the BWBRs guide on the left-hand side. And this has some reminders for you, different pages to help walk you through some of the things you have to do on a regular basis, like completing a CLA, as well as how to log your hours and some FAQs if you're having issues with the system. But it will also give you a link to submit a new position or special event that you participated in. So if you complete this form, it will send a copy of it to the administrators at ACE so that you can try to have a position that you're in serving with a club or an organization at home entered into the system so that you can log those hours and have those hours count toward your hour logs in BWBRs. You can also submit for a one-time service opportunity or a training and enrichment event like a lecture or a conference or a service trip that you went on. So anytime you think you're doing something that might be eligible for you to log in BWBRs, really anything that is serving our community or your home community, building capacity within it, you can complete this survey, which you can access on the Siena ACE community page.